Rejecting the 9 to 5 doesn't necessarily make content creation your passion, just as involving creativity doesn't turn content into art. POTB. We are often sold the dream that content creation and personal branding are the passion to solve all our problems. In reality, this applies to far fewer people. Some dream of being musicians, artists, authors, or pursuing something completely removed from the mainstream. It just so happens that content creation lets you build a platform for anything. But can it replace your true passion if it wasn't it initially? Is your passion enough to turn into a real path? And do they necessarily have to be the same, a meaningful career and a hobby in one? In this one, I'll share reflections based on a decade of creating, 2 published books, music produced, and more. I'll dive into hermetic and philosophical principles to help find answers. For those new to my work, I go by the name of POTB. I explore esotericism and practical methods for unlocking human potential, creativity, focus, and self-mastery. Stick around if that sounds interesting, and if you need magic manuals or diagrams, or struggle with hunger, body weight, or discipline, check my books and digital stores. You'll likely find something useful. Pure passion. The Kabbalistic Tree of Five maps the human psyche. Each sephira represents aspects of your being existing in the context of all others. The pure passion resides in Netzach, the sphere of love, sex, and emotions. Netzach's feelings are expressed through the instincts of the animal soul Nefesh, which resides in Yesod, the personal subconscious. The Nefesh contains the Freudian id, the Jungian shadow, and your inner child with its raw childhood passion. Operating mostly in Netzach might be enough to keep our passion, but it won't suffice to build a dream career, as that involves leveraging all spheres of the conscious mind to work. Hot, the intellect and reasoning, governing systems and organization. Netzach, which actually feels hot, meaning that you have to be somewhat passionate when staying organized and disciplined. Hesed, to supply creative ideation, vision, and big picture thinking. Gebura, to trim those and make the right choices by eliminating the wrong ones. And Tiferet, the reconciler and transformative switch, holding the mysteries of sacrifice and crucifixion. Sometimes the sacrifice is not engaging the passion, so you can take your work to the next level by dedicating more time or investing in better tools. Either way, it's Tiferet working with Gebura, the sacrificial priestess. I remember when I paused music production and turntablism, something I actually lived for, just to focus on writing and getting my first book out. It felt like killing a part of myself, but looking back, that sacrifice changed everything. It was an initiation much deeper than any ritual I learned from a magical book. A dream career. Passion is something we do regardless of rewards. It carries an intrinsic value, enabling us to be who we are. A dream career, on the other hand, is built on meaningful work we render to get compensated. Sure, we are passionate about aspects of it, but at the end of the day it's hard work and seldom all fun, especially if you wear many hats as a sole creator or solopreneur. With a dream career, money plays a role. Even if it's not outright suffering, there are still unpleasant parts. Nevertheless, we bite the bullet and get the job done, even when we don't feel like it. We meet deadlines covering all bases consistently, but more than the rewards is the meaning that keeps us going. As Nietzsche said, he who has a will to live can bear almost anyhow. Ikigai. Besides the tree diagram, meaningful work is reflected in the Ikigai diagram. Translating into reason for being, Ikigai finds common ground with the Western true will. The Ikigai is often labeled as pure passion, but that's just one aspect of it. It is the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. By overlapping those, you discover your passion, mission, vocation, and profession. By reconciling them, you get your Ikigai waiting for you to live it. It does involve passion, but it vastly transcends it. That is how I felt in my early days of content creation. I adored sharing ideas with the world and developing my writing and filmmaking skills, and now I do so even more. Filming aero, tweaking SEO, dealing with algorithm randomness, and chasing a niche, I never really enjoyed those things, but they are essential to doing meaningful work. Talents. Like the true you, the Ikigai has a lot to do with your genetic predispositions. They can overlap with your passion, or you can get passionate about developing them. Conversely, you can be wildly passionate about something completely different or about a particular craft, but find its actual career path pretty meaningless. For instance, I am deeply passionate about incorporating turntablism into music, the art itself, and perhaps even competing, but I dislike any other aspect of it, let alone going to clubs. I am also deeply passionate about aesthetics and bodybuilding, but can't really stand the fitness industry. According to Simon Sinek, passion is not an input, passion is an output. We feel what we call passion when we are involved in something deeply personal, helping us advance a higher purpose or a cause. You find something you believe in, and what you experience is passion. Unquote. The inertia of the universe. Passion is part of the true you, yet it is far from covering it entirely. Whether you're practicing magic, the true you does involve actual ordeals, difficulties, and sacrifices. It transcends career choices and crafts and is the meaning behind each, if they are aligned with your true nature. According to Christopher Hart, the true you is your genetic predispositions. According to Crowley himself, a man following his true will has the inertia of the universe to assist him. On a surface level, this may seem as if entropy, the default state of the universe, is making everything as effortless as if rolling out the red carpet. In reality, it is the challenges and resistance that become stepping stones and training facilities to develop your talents and carve meaningful work. In the end, your passion may light the fire, but your Ikigai is the path. The universe doesn't give you ease, it gives you training, helping you find meaning. The best of both worlds. The good news? Well, they don't have to be the same, and it doesn't have to be either or. Your pure passion plays its role. It nurtures your inner child, which lets you leverage the forces of your nefesh and walk through hell when the meaningful work demands it. That is why I bought the rain mixer a few months back, and why I recently pulled the trigger on a pair of Genelecs and some Lego I considered for a while. Christian Mategrap calls such moments filling the inner void. I view them as giving something to my inner child. Such a balance keeps us from seeking something where it never was and resenting the meaningful work we do. For some, passion and meaningful work wholly overlap. For others, demanding that one also be the other cancels its unique purposes. The passion keeps us young and excited. Meaningful work lets us pay the bills, leave a mark, and do our passion. It is kinda like the 3F's concept. An optimal lifestyle includes all. Good food and enough finances are critical, but they won't ever make up for a poor sex life. Having all the sex in the world, on the other hand, can help with financial struggles. But that's just my opinion. Let me know if you agree. Consider my products and books, subscribe, and thank you for your time.